Three figures stood to one side of the huge transparisteel viewport. They wore the flowing robes and mantles of the Neimoidian aristocracy, but their body language, as a fourth figure appeared in their midst, was deferential, if not outright cringing and servile. The fourth figure was not really there with them in any physical sense. The robed and hooded form was a holograph, a three-dimensional image projected from an unknown source light years distant. Intangible and immaterial, the mysterious, stooped image nevertheless dominated the three Neimoidians. Indeed, they could not have been any more thoroughly cowed had he been physically present with a blaster in each hand. The figure's face, what little was visible of it in the shadows of the hood, was grim and unforgiving. The cowled head moved slightly as he looked at each of the Neimoidians in turn. Then the figure spoke. His voice a dry rasp, his tone that of one accustomed to instant obedience.
There are only three of you.
The tallest of the three, the one wearing a triple-crested tiara of a viceroy, responded in a stammering voice.
That is true, Lord Sidious.
I see you, Gunray, and your lackeys, Hako and Dauphine. Where is the fourth one? Where is Monja?
Federation Viceroy Newt Gunray clasped his hands in front of him in what was not so much a supplicating gesture as an attempt to keep them from nervously wringing each other. He had hoped he would grow used to dealing with the Sith Lord over time, but so far that had not happened. If anything, these meetings with Darth Sidious had become even more gut-twisting and upsetting as the deadline for the embargo grew ever closer. Gunray did not know how his seconds in command, Dalty Dauphine and Rune Hako, felt. Discussing one's feelings was anathema in Neimoidian society, but he knew how he felt after each encounter with the Sith Lord. He felt like squirming back into his hive mother's birth chamber and pulling the cloacal flap in after him. Especially now. Curse Hathmonchar, where was the misbegotten rankweed sucker? Not on board the Sayakik, that much was certain. The ship had been searched from the center sphere to the airlocks at the outmost ends of each docking bay arm. Not only was his deputy viceroy nowhere to be found, but a scout vessel with hyperdrive capability was missing as well. Put these two facts together, and the chances of Viceroy Gunray winding up as fodder for one of the fungus farms back in Neimoidia was beginning to look distressingly good. The holographic image of Darth Sidious flickered slightly, then regained its none-too-stable resolution. A glitch, most likely, caused by some solar flare on a star between here and whatever mysterious world the signal was originating from. Not for the first time, Gunray found himself wondering on what world or ship the real Sith was standing, and, not for the first time, he flinched hastily away from the thought. He didn't want to know too much about the Neimoidians' ally in this undertaking. In fact, he wished he could forget what little he already knew. Collaborating with Darth Sidious was about as safe as being trapped in a cave on Tatooine with a hungry crate dragon. The hooded face turned to glare directly at him.